Hello, everyone. This is a week two check-in. I'm going to talk a little bit about what we'll be reading this week, and also a little bit about what I've been doing so far. First, you'll see that after the discussion boards close, I'm sending out little videos in which I expound on the topic that I raised in the prompt. I don't check to see whether people actually watch these videos, but if I put a video up, it's because I think it's helpful to a student in understanding the material and what's important about the material. So I highly recommend that you watch them. There will be a final exam at the end of this course. And obviously, it's what's in the text that's most important. But things that I say in the video they're part of this course. So I expect that you watch the video. I expect that everybody is a good student, and good students take advantage of every resource they can to do well in a course. So this is a resource for doing well in the course. So I expect that if you're serious about learning, you're going to watch these videos. And yes, they are part of the course. They're there to help you. So I will continue to send these out, and I would make use of the videos for sure. All right. So what are we doing in week two? We are reading about abortion. Week one we had a sort of a boot camp in moral theory. We looked very quickly at Kantianism, utilitarianism, and Thomism, Thomas Aquinasism, natural law theory. Thomism or Thomism is the sort of insider's way of referring to Thomas Aquinas. His name was Thomas, and he came from the village of Aquino, right? So his name was really Thomas, not Aquinas. So it was a quick and dirty introduction to moral theory, um, the basics. These are tools that we can make use of if we wish. Kant's categorical imperatives are tools, that is, ethical tools for evaluating things. If I'm a Kantian, what I ask myself most fundamentally is something in accordance with the categorical imperatives. That is, can the rule of action that can be extracted from an ethical situation, is it universalizable? Or a second categorical imperative, in someone doing something or me doing something, would I be treating them like a thing, using them as a means to an end, rather than treating them like a person, that is, treating them as an end in themselves? In utilitarianism, does the action promote human happiness to the greatest extent, or does it cause unhappiness or less happiness than could be caused? A little bit trickier when I applied Thomas Aquinas, but I asked myself, what are the goods? What are the goods at stake here? Because I want to do the good and avoid evil and promote the goods as much as I can. Which course of action would preserve and promote the goods, the intrinsic goods of life, more than any other? And those intrinsic goods are various, and each one of these requires us to make judgment calls. There's no doubt about it. It's not so easy to apply the categorical imperatives. They don't just spit out an answer. Usually, you have to apply them with some judgment. Certainly, that's true of the principle of utility, the greatest happiness principle, and it's certainly true of natural law theory, where we're trying to balance and preserve goods as much as we can. Not so easy in any one case. But these are tools to use. They don't give us all the answers we might want in morality and ethical situations, but I think that they are helpful. We're moving to our first issue, you might say, specific issue, and that's abortion. The two readings, the first by Judith Jarvis Thompson, A Defense of Abortion, and the second is Don Marquis' Why Abortion is Immoral. So we get, I wouldn't say both sides of the issue. There's more than one side of every issue, but we got generally a pro-abortion or a defense of abortion in a qualified way from Judith Jarvis Thompson. She doesn't necessarily think that every abortion is morally defensible, nor does Don Marquis think that every abortion is immoral. That's why you have to read it to figure out what they actually do say. These are longer readings. That's why I have them do a Tuesday, Thursday schedule rather than Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know. I'm just trying to do my best here to balance things. So these are rigorous things. You need to get started right away reading these things. If you look at Thompson's essay, it's no walk in the park. I mean, it's a long essay. I will be putting up videos in which I discuss certain aspects of it, but I can't discuss everything. You just have to read it. That's easy to say. You just have to read it. But I'm your teacher, okay? And if both of us are going to take this thing seriously, you're going to give it your best try, and I'm going to give you as much help as I can. That's how it's supposed to work. What that means is not that I just tell you what's in the reading. It means that you read it. And then, should you have questions about it, if there's part of it that you don't understand, or if you're having trouble with part of it, then you contact me. Okay, and we discuss it, and I try to help you. But it starts with you reading it. It doesn't start with me telling you what's in the reading. Okay. So I am available by email or by phone to discuss the class at any time. So, but you've got to take the lead here. So if you find that this essay presents problems with you in understanding it after giving it a good try and reading it, well, that's natural. You're a student reading something difficult. Um, but you've got to contact me. You've got to take the initiative. It's your education. It's your class, really. So yeah, I will be putting up some videos where I discuss maybe the basics, but they're just there to help you read it with more profit. They're not there as a substitute for you reading it. Again, this class will have a final exam. I'll ask you questions about this essay just as I'll ask you questions about everything in the class. So you have to understand it. And if you don't think you understand it, that's why I'm here, to help you understand it. But you've got to feel free to contact me, take the initiative. So yeah, the marquee essays is no walk in the park either. It's also, there are parts that are difficult. I'll be putting up videos about that too. Again, as a help for you reading it, not as a substitute for you reading. So there we are. Now we're in week 2. We're going to devote this week to looking at 2 essays on the same topic: the morality and ethics, or ethics of abortion. And again, I want to emphasize that. First of all, if you've watched the video so far, good for you. It means you're taking the class seriously. You're using the resources. So I want to tell you, good for you. You've made it this far. Feel free to contact me anytime. Call me on my cell phone. Email me if you are having any problems or have any questions about anything that we're reading for the course. That's why I'm here.